there's allegations and that was made in reference to you fondling yourself in front of the children, and some people say that you're a pedophile. Whatever that whole story
Okay,
is.
so this is what happened was I apologized too publicly because one of my craft is to articulate myself online, and so I got 700 plus videos
Right.
of me teaching. You understand? And whatever you do in life, I don't care if it's basketball, whatever your craft is, whatever your profession is, you're gonna make mistakes. And I have made the mistake of saying something in a wrong way online, and they have used that against me. You understand?
Right.
And in that, I apologize because I know how it sounds. When I listen to it, I like, oh man, I did not mean that, but it did come out like that, and I made 3 videos after that.
My son started being ashamed of his body, and I seen it happen. I didn't want that to happen. They made him ashamed of his body. They showed him that he was naked. I did not want him to know he was naked. I said, son, look here. I didn't even want him to be in a world where he knew he was naked. I wanted my son to be so pure that he never knew he was naked. I take baths with my kids. I'm naked with my kids. I have sex in front of my kids. I never be ashamed of sex. My son be breastfeeding, I'll be making love to his mom. That's me, bruh. That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity. I don't want to take their purity away by covering myself up. They're going to be ashamed to cover themselves up. And I'm pure at heart. So you can think in your mind, if I let another kid here, I'm going to have to change the way I am so that your kid can be comfortable around me. No, I'm going to be naked as fuck in front of your kids. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I had sex with his mom. I'm making love to his mother. After I'm done, I'm laying there chilling. He grabbed my penis. And he's playing with my penis. I let that happen.
Number one, child services had got called out to my house because of that statement, and checked my son at the time that was with me to make sure that he was good. So child services of your government had came out to my house. I invited them in. I said, come on in, brother. He came in, he talked to me, so I could tell you're not no pedophile. But I did watch the whole video, and I could see how they clipped it and made it. But we have to come out just to make sure. They interviewed my child. They seen that there was no signs of pedophilia there.
Right.
But in the video, I said that I let my son touch my penis. Well, I said play, but I should never said play. It sounded crazy. And I apologize, and I made a mistake, and I apologize that I came out wrong because I was just talking in passion. You understand what I'm saying? So when I said my son touched my penis, that means like I be walking around naked around my son, not on no creepy shit. I'm just I'm a realist. So I walk around naked around my child. So I didn't want him to feel. I wanted my child to know that he was pure, and it was pure. It was not nothing tainted or sexual about it. It's just my son, he'll touch my penis. He's looking at his penis, he's figuring out himself, and he's saying, I got one, and we take peas together or whatever, just father and son, but not playing with my dick like sexually, not like that. I wasn't meaning in that context, but that's how people had clipped it and put it out there, and I was just trying to make it clear, like, nah, I'm nude around my son, and I don't want my son to ever feel ashamed about his body. One thing that I know is that we are, as a people, sexually traumatized from birth, from childhood. We don't have a lot of sexual education. So I didn't want my child to be raised in a world where he was ashamed of his body.
Right.
If my son was to touch my penis and I smack him and I'd be like, no, don't touch me, then him and his mind is going to be, that immediately traumatizes him in that way. I always walk around free around my son and be like, yo, I'm always naked. That's just me. I'll be naked. And so my son like, daddy, your pee-pee out. And I said, yeah, my pee-pee out. You got a pee-pee, I got a pee-pee. And I'm educating him on himself while being free with me, but never on no creepy ass. Listen, I want y'all to listen to me. I come from where you come from. I'm a nigga. I'm not no creep, homie. I don't do kids. I don't do it. You understand? Like, I know how that came out. I seen the video. I feel where you coming from, and I see my mistake, and I apologize about that. But I ain't no creepy ass nigga with kids. I don't do that. Now, my wife was breastfeeding, and I hit it from the side. I did that. Like, and I said that, but it was not in the sense of, oh, looking at the child and, you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. She was breastfeeding and I had sex with her on the side. Like, that's just something that I did. I'm just being real with you. I did. I don't feel like that's creepy, but that's real, and that's what I did. And the way I said it in the video was a mistake. It was just coming out. I was just speaking in the moment. I was passionate, and they clipped it. It was a whole hour video, and I was explaining about how, you know, how impure we are when it comes to our bodies. The first thing that God in the Bible's the first thing that Adam and Eve did was hide themselves out of shame in the presence of God. We must go back to a state of being able to be naked without shame. And so I was saying that I took myself to that point with my child, so my child would not have to feel shameful about their nakedness. I didn't even want my son to know he was naked. Right. Let me say this, and I'm going to end my statement. A child doesn't know what a penis is. It doesn't even know it has hands. It doesn't even know it exists until we tell it exists. You understand what I'm saying to you? A child doesn't know it has eyes, a nose, an ear. A child doesn't even know it exists until we tell it exists. So how we raise our children is so important to our future, because the children is a version in a parallel universe of us. I wanted to raise my child so pure that he wouldn't even know it was naked. That's how I wanted to raise my child. But I could not do that in that world. Right. So now I'm isolated. I can do that where I'm at now in the jungle. I can do it because I'm isolated now. I could raise my child in a way that is pure, to the sense that it doesn't even know it's naked. We don't have to tell our children. If you never told your child it was naked, it would never know what that meant. But we make the child ashamed with how we handle our nakedness, how we deal with each other in shame and sex. We hide it and all that. What I'm saying is that we need to become more pure and understand our sexuality, not defiled in our way of dealing with sexual energy. And that's what I was basically saying, but I made that mistake, and I'm trust me, I'm paying for it. Right. Because they will not let that go. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's to explain that, with that, how that went. You know what I'm saying? We don't have children here. Can't be a pedophile. My wife is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know that I'm a nigga. I'm a real one. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say I'm nigga, I come from where you come from. You know how we get down. You know who we are. Like, I'm just real, like, with mine. Like, I'm pure. I'm a pure heart. So I walk around naked, and it don't mean nothing like ill intent in front of my son. And if my son touched my penis and just playing, you know what I mean? Like, you know how your son be like, so he just playing. I'm like, yo, that's your penis, man. Yeah, this is your penis. This is what this is. And I'm educating him. That's what I was meaning. Not like play with my penis, like playing with it, masturbating. That shit is crazy. That's wild, crazy. That's things that people projecting from their sick mind.